So, you'll have seen those pictures or videos or whatever of Jurgen Klopp stood out on the centre circle all by himself looking at the Kop, and then on the Kop looking down at the stadium. And everyone was like making a big deal out of it, saying, oh, look at Jurgen, he's broken, he's this, that and the other, right? I got to be honest, when I saw him, I was like, I don't think that's real. Do you know what I mean? I was like, this is for like, the documentary or in-house media or something. And Jurgen's basically come out today at his press conference and burst the bubble and admitted that's what it was all about. Do you know what I mean? He was asked to do it. And I found it... I don't know. Just some of these people, man, they make me laugh. Oh, look at Jurgen, and I just think it's funny when he goes, no, I don't want to stand in an empty stadium. He said he prefers the stadium when it's full. He loves Anfield. But I think also at the same time he said, it's, amazing being in the stadium. And I'll be honest with you, I've been in the stadium empty a few times over the years. Once when I was 15, in the old... Imagine what Anfield looked like when it was, back in 1989, when it looked like that. And I was invited into Anfield as a 15-year-old, and there was only me there. There was no other schoolboys, no girls. Girls didn't watch football back then. It was just me. I'll talk about it one day. I probably spoke about why that happened. And while I was inside Anfield, it wasn't on a match day or anything. It was just a typical working day. In fact, I was there at Anfield at the reception when the team bus pulled up and the players came in with the boots, and all that. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, something, I don't know. Probably be afternoon, I guess, because I would have had to get there on a train. And, I got to meet the players and everything. And, the person that invited me said, go for a walk around, Duncan, And I did, and I walked around the stadium all by myself as a 15-year-old boy. Can you imagine that? The entire stadium. Like, sat out there in, just in a, like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It's amazing. And I did it over the years as an adult as well. Like, sorry, I've got a bad chest since the weekend. So, like Jurgen, you saw them pictures of Jurgen stood on the Kop, and I've done all that by myself as an adult. For different reasons. Or, one of them being when the club has invited me in to help with promoting things, partnerships and stuff like that. And you're invited in, and when you're in the stadium, you can, you're not going to do any wrong, so you can have a walk around, not allowed on the pitch and everything. So I have sat in that stadium as a child and as an adult like that. And of course I got married in the stadium in July 1999. And we did actually go on the pitch. We weren't supposed to, but me and Maria had our wedding pictures on the pitch at Anfield, and there was nobody else in the stadium, just us and the photographer. And so I've done that a few times, and it is one of the most, I don't know how to explain it, surreal feelings ever. So you can talk about being in the stadium with the stadium full and the atmosphere, and that's what, we as fans usually think about, right? Like, well, yeah, I dream of being in Anfield and listening to the atmosphere, of which I've done hundreds and hundreds of times, right? But when it's just you in the stadium by yourself, it's a big stadium. It looks massive. And I can honestly say to you, if you ever get the opportunity to do that, which is probably very unlikely, but you never know, competitions and things like that, if you ever get invited to Anfield, and you can get away from the group, say, I'm just going to pop to the loo, fucking bolt outside, right? It's worth getting told off. Fortunately, I've had permission whenever I've been there, but I'd fucking do it if you know what I mean? Honestly, if I was you. Because being out there, sitting in a stand, or the Kop, or the Centenary, whatever, sitting there like that, on your own in Anfield, without a single member of staff doing groundsman or anything, is probably the most surreal experience I've had as a Liverpool fan, and all the time that I've done the website and everything. We talk about cup finals, You know, we talk about the Anfield atmosphere. You might think meeting the players or meeting a manager is amazing, fulfilling your dreams. But trust me, for me, the one that really puts the shivers down your back is being in the stadium by yourself, just like that, looking at it. Because when you sit there, I'm getting shivers down my back now, just fucking no shit, just thinking about it. Because I know what I'm going to say next. You sit there, let's say you're in the main stand, and you look down, and you see John Barnes curling one into the top right corner, Fowler smashing one in, Rush, you know, any goalkeeper you can think of that played for Liverpool, putting it over. You see the fans swaying. You see the flowers on the pitch following Hillsborough. You see the memories of you stood on the cop with your mum, like, you know, my mum in my case, my late mum. My season tickets, you know, sat there, bang opposite me, my seats. You see it all, and it's just all silent. Maybe the occasional bird or something like that flying past. The most amazing feeling in the world is being in Anfield when there's nobody there. And I'm a lucky boy because I've done it. So when I saw Jurgen out there, I knew how it would feel for him. Do you know what I mean? And obviously his connection to the state, well, I don't know, but a manager's there for 9 years, for me, decades, all your life. Do you know what I mean? But it's going to be a different meaning to him, isn't it? Because he'll imagine, you know, Klopp, Jurgen, you know, singing songs and fist fucking. Do you know what I mean? Whereas we're just the fans, right? But it's just, you know what I mean? It's a big deal. So I could kind of, when I saw the pictures, I knew it was how it would feel to him. I feel so, anyway. Do you know what I mean? But then there was that bit of me that was like, I know everyone was like, on one of the videos, it's like, oh, look at Jurgen. They say, oh, he's all up there on his own. You know, and we were given the impression that he was like, taking it all in before he left, but I knew it would be a media-related thing or us to do it, which is a real shame. And he's Jurgen, he said, man, it fucking has to do it, or not? Do you know what I mean? So anyway, I just thought it was a good opportunity to just tell you a little bit about my experience with Anfield, and I think some people might be surprised that out of every memory or every special occasion to do with the club that I've done, whether it's cup finals or meeting my heroes as a 15-year-old or as a full-grown adult, managers, everything that I've ever done, I would say that the best thing I've ever done in my life is sitting in that stadium by myself and just taking it in. Do you know what I mean? Incredible feeling. Been there, actually, do you know what I was just thinking as well? I did that with my wife. Two of us were just sat there once, only time she ever shut her mouth. And that was following, I was invited there by one of the club's sponsors to help with something, and she went with me. I think it was around the time my mum was really poorly. And we both sat there, just us two. And I also did it again a second time when I was 15 with my girlfriend at the time. Me and her were walking on the stadium, just me and her at 15. I was 15, she was about 20. All right. Yeah, my life has been Liverpool Football Club. Truly amazing. They were both called Tracy as well. How bizarre is that? And my mum's hairdresser was called Tracy. Oh, you will. I used to joke with her about having a topless haircut. Do you reckon it ever happened? Right, I'm off. See you in a bit, guys. If you appreciate the video, please thumbs up. Drop me a comment. If you want to buy me a beer, it's the weekend. You can hit the super thanks button. And if you're a Muslim, you can't get out of it. All right? Do you know what I mean? So you'll have to get me a coffee instead Sunday morning. Well, actually, I'll be honest with you, I'm going to have a drink on Sunday. All right, guys, listen, have a good day. There's not a lot to talk about. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think that people like a lot of I get a lot of comments from people saying, I love your little stories about, you know, over the years and that, you know what I mean? Be sad when Jurgen goes. All right, guys, take care.